What's up, everyone? Fight Zone MMA. Today we got some crazy MMA news. Let's get right into it. First off, we got Ariel Helwani breaking the news that the UFC is currently disorganized and doesn't know what to do. Ariel recently said, "All I keep hearing about is the UFC has never been more disorganized. This is what everyone is telling me. There's a part of me that is worried that this regime, can they close the deal? Can they make the big fights happen? Will they close the deal with John and Alex? Will they close the deal with Conor McGregor? Will they close the deal on some of these big fights?" This is starting to look bad for the UFC. Ever since the Paramount deal, UFC quality has fallen off a cliff. Main events are now Volkanovski versus Lopez 2, and if it's not a title fight, it's Chris Duncan versus Renato Moicano. Not exactly inspiring matchmaking, and that's because it doesn't have to be. Paramount guaranteed the UFC $7 billion up front, so they no longer have to worry about putting on bangers to get people to tune in. This laziness has Dana White and other Zuffa executives thinking they can branch out to power slap and Saudi Arabian-funded boxing. But this move will only further damage the UFC. Without building new stars, Dana White is going to be forever reliant on begging Conor McGregor and Jon Jones to come back. And the second they're done fighting, people will stop caring. UFC shareholders need to band together to throw Dana White and Hunter Campbell out of the UFC and lobby to put them in jail for 7 to 8 years apiece. Next up, we got sleazy Ali Abdelaziz saying that Ian Garry is not next up for the welterweight title shot. Ali recently tweeted, "This I can tell you. The UFC is working on a big fight. Islam Makhachev, and Ian's name is not involved. Much bigger. One of the biggest fights in the UFC they can make right now. Stay tuned." Ian Garry has been responding like crazy since this tweet, claiming that Islam is ducking him. Ian tweeted in response, "I'm ready. He needs more time." Imagine being the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet and needing more time. Ian Garry has a point here. Islam is clearly just sitting out on purpose, getting that steroid circle just right for peak performance in his next fight. However, sleazy Ali Abdelaziz is definitely onto something. After Justin Gaethje beat Paddy Pimblett a couple of months ago, Dana White was asked if Justin versus Ilia Topuria was next. But Dana said that there were other plans since Justin was the one who won the title. Now, we have Ilia Topuria posting on Instagram about a big announcement coming soon, while being vague and not revealing what the announcement is going to be. What does it all mean? Well, what Ali is alluding to is Islam Makhachev versus Ilia Topuria at the UFC White House event in July. This would explain why Islam is sitting out, why Topuria doesn't have a fight booked against Gaethje, and why Ian Garry is getting antsy on Twitter, since he knows he's going to get skipped for the title shot. Me personally, I'm looking forward to Islam versus Ilia and Arman Tsarukyan versus Justin Gaethje for the lightweight belt. Finally, we got Charles Oliveira saying that the BMF fight is going to be crazy. In his last press conference, Charles said, "Whenever Max Holloway points down, we're going to find out who the real BMF is." What kind of statement is this? Ever since Max Holloway first started pointing down, the BMF belt has lost all its shine. They need to rename it to the CTE belt at this point. When Max points down at the center of the cage, we get to watch both guys abandon all defense and just swing at each other until someone falls over. Who wants to watch that? You might as well start them in a phone booth, or better yet, just have them compete in power slap so they can hit each other without moving. BMF is no longer about who's the anytime, anywhere, no fear martial artist, but instead, which washed up fighter has a better chin left. This belt is a disgrace to the UFC. Anyways, that's gonna do it for today. Like, comment, subscribe, Fight Zone MMA. I'll see you in the next one.